What's going on, YouTube? B-Side here, and today I'm bringing you yet another Diablo 1 guide. This time we're going to be talking about the rogue. We're going to say who she is, we're going to talk about the stats, the stat distribution, what to wear, and a gameplay preview, because this rogue is a little bit trickier than the other classes in this game. Which, by the way, I have videos on them in the description below. So who is the rogue? The rogue is the third main protagonist of Diablo 1. Her name is Morena, and she comes out in Diablo 2 as Blood Raven. She was corrupted soon after the events of Diablo 1, deceived by Andariel, and turned into a demon. So that's just a little bit of a background story on her to let you know that she's one of the main protagonists of this game. All three of them are. Her main stat is Dexterity. She gets damage increased by putting points into Dex, as well as armor class and chance to hit. She is the luckiest hitter in the game. And I also found out that in her game instance, she dropped a lot of gold and a lot of items, which we will talk about in a minute. Her starting stats are 20 strength, 15 magic, 30 dexterity, 20 vitality, 45 life, and 22 mana. And her max stats are 55 strength, 70 magic, 250 dexterity, 80 vitality, 201 life, and 173 mana. The way I placed her stats in the game are a little bit different than what I did with the Sorcerer and the Warrior. So, the way I placed this rogue stats in this game instance is a little bit different than what I did with the Warrior and the Sorcerer. With the rogue, I put 2 points into strength, 2 points into dexterity, and 1 point into life. But if you feel like if she has way too little life, because she starts with way too little life, to be honest, then you can put 2 points into vitality, 1 point into strength, and 2 points into dexterity. Never skip doing dexterity 2 or 3 points, because that's gonna get you your armor class, your chance to hit, and your damage output for your bows. So let's talk about what to wear. As you can see in my screen, this is my maxed out rogue at level 25. I usually max them out at level 25 because of the fact that there is no technical nightmare or hell in this game. So in reality, there's no need for you to actually go above level 25, because at level 22, you pretty much can clear the game. So keep that in mind. Later on, if you're missing any points on magic, or if you're missing any points on anything else, you can always use elixirs, which are done at the end of the game, usually hell levels 12 through 15. Every time you go into the portal from town, attack somebody, come back, Pepin, the healer, which I'm gonna show you in this game, is right here. I show Pepin many times in other videos. You can actually buy, let me see if I have some. You can buy elixirs of strength, magic, dexterity, so on and so on, so that you can place those attributes at an earlier level so that you can cause the biggest damage output while staying in normal. There is no shame in that. I am going to add that while you're leveling the rogue, there is no shame in skipping monsters. For example, if you are too weak, which you are gonna be at the beginning of the game, to the Butcher or King Leoric, there is no shame in skipping them. The only thing that they're gonna give you, the rogue can't even wear. So, and also the experience that the rogue is gonna get from those bosses, it's not really that much, let's be honest. So there is no shame in skipping the bosses, getting more levels and more items, and then coming back and killing them for the XP if you want to. So she can skip a lot of things in this game and not worry about it, because she doesn't use any magic. She doesn't use a lot of heavy armor, because her strength is capped at 55. So keep that in mind while you're leveling. You don't have to go through everything. Kill all the monsters in the levels, but you can skip the bosses if they're too hard for you. There is no shame in this game to skip bosses and come back later for them. So anyways, let's talk about what to wear in this game. For my rogue, I went, this is endgame items, by the way. I have found with my warrior a wind force while I was farming, and I saved it. I do have a video on how to save items in this game without the need of any mods or anything like that. I'm wearing wind force because wind force has 200% damage and it knocks the target back. You can also wear, for endgame, something like the eagle horn, which you can find in the cave areas of the game. That's where I found it. It gives you 20 dexterity, chance to hit plus 50, and 100% damage. But it doesn't have any knockback. This is the only character I enjoy knockback in because of the fact that since I'm not using fast hit recovery, she gets stuck in many places. So knocking them back while you're walking back and shooting really helps the rogue while you're playing the game. So if you find something like the eagle horn, or if you find wind force, equip it as soon as you have 80 dexterity. For armor, the best armor in the game is unfortunately the demon spike coat. Yes, it gives you 10 to strength. It gives you -6 damage to enemies, only resist fire, but it's indestructible. It gives you the highest armor class on normal, and you gotta get it, like, you know what I mean? So in order for you to get something like this equipped in her, I did something like the rings of the heavens. I did 2 of them, and I tricked the system into thinking that she had more strength so that I can put demon spike coat on her. And I did the same with the Veil of Steel. The Veil of Steel is hands down the best in-slot gear for normal in the rogue. The Veil of Steel has 50 res all, 60 armor. I know it has minus mana, but she doesn't use any mana. It gives you strength and vitality for you to equip the Demon Spike coat. For rings, I used all attributes and I used the Ring of Engagement. The reason why I'm using the Ring of Engagement is because it damages the target's armor. So pretty much I'm hitting like they don't have any armor. And for Amulet, you can get either Amulet of Perfection that gives you 30 dex. You can do Chance to Hit if you want a little bit more chance to hit. But I think she is fine at 148% chance to hit. I might do something else different with her later on. But this is as strong as I can get my rogue at level 25. Like I said again, use whatever resources necessary in this game because this game is old. You can dupe in this game for money and stuff like that. You're gonna find things like this. In this game, I mentioned before that she dropped a lot of rings and a lot of armor and a lot of good stuff. She dropped not just plate. If she drops not just plate, equip it, because that is the only item unique in the game that's gonna give you some pretty good armor class, and it's not gonna ask you for any stats required, which is great on any character, especially starting in the beginning. While leveling, you can use Arcane's Valor, which is really great because it gives you fastest hit recovery and it gives you a few other things. You can do Torn Flesh of Souls. You can find this right at level 1 if you're lucky enough. You can find Torn Flesh of Souls. It'll give you a pretty decent amount of armor class with vitality and damage, minus damage from enemies. And it is very good because this is the only rag in the game that's unique and is indestructible. So pretty good bonus there. You can use something like the Ring of the Heavens. You can use something like Leather of Ot, which is also indestructible. Gives you a little bit of strength, a little bit of dexterity, some armor class, no strength requirements, no stat requirements to wear this. It's pretty great. You can wear something like a Jade Armor of the Lion that gives you resist all. You can wear a gold ring that gives you chance to hit. The reason why I'm not wearing chance to hit is because dexterity gives you 3 things. It gives you damage, it gives you to hit, and it gives you armor class. So if I wear only chance to hit ring, I miss out on the other goodies. You can do Mail of Precision. You can up your resistances the same way. This is a shield that I found. Like I said, I found a lot of good items for different classes. And if you want to save them, I have a video in the description below that will show you how to do that as well. Let's go on with the gameplay to show you how to play with this rogue a little bit. Excuse me if you hear me click a lot. I like clicking a lot in this game. So let's go to a portal. I'm almost at the end. I'm going to show you what's my style of play. So my style of play is easy. So what I do, I already opened Diablo's portal. So I'm about to, you go slowly because this map is very devious. Like I already seen somebody else see. You just keep your distance and hit them. Show yourself a little bit, walk away, and start trying to attack them. You see how when you push them back, you can actually get no damage done. And plus my armor class is decent enough so that she doesn't get hit. And you just keep doing that. For mages, you're gonna have to get like really close, right? Diablo's there, so forget it. I'm not gonna do that again. You're gonna have to be very careful because Diablo will use Apocalypse on you. You will not have a way to keep him away, so you just gotta just keep him this way, and pretty soon he'll fall and die. Ah, I'm getting close. I'm getting way too close. So you just, this is why I like knockback, because he can't get close. And Diablo in this game is a last boss with no item drops. So that pretty much covers the guide on the rogue on how to survive and stuff like that. Anyways, I guess that's it. Good luck and slay some monsters. Peace.